Right before we get into this video, I want to tell you guys about a new LUT pack that I have. Actually, no, I want to tell you about 3 new LUT packs that I have. That's right, I have 3 new LUT packs. One designed for the EOS R5, one designed for the C70, and one designed for the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema cameras. Not just the 6K or the 6K Pro, but also you can use these for the 4K as well. In regards of the R5, I have LUTs that are designed for both the 8K RAW as well as the 10-bit C-Log 3 files as well. You can use them either in ALL-I, IPB, or IPB Lite on the non-RAW formats, and they work great. So definitely check those out on the R5. In regards to the C70, I got new C-Log 2 to really take advantage of those dynamic range, but also really give that film-oriented look. I have a joy with these LUT packs. Definitely go check them out and see if you guys are interested in any of them. But anyways, enough talking. On to the video. Today I want to talk about one of the newest plugins that I have been using for my post work that has really changed my color grading. What's up everybody, James Jackson here, back again with another video. If you're new to my channel, I do tips, tricks, news, and reviews for the film and video making industry. So if this is content you like, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the content. And if you can, hit that like button as well so the algorithms can definitely get more people to watch videos here on the channel. I would really appreciate it. And as always, if you do love all the content, make sure to hit that bell so you can stay up to date. So today I want to talk about a plugin that I have been using for the past 2 weeks continuously, and just basically been like going ham on it. And when I say it has changed how sort of I work, it really has. And that is Dehancer. Now, full disclosure, Dehancer did send me this plugin over to me to review, but the opinions are my own. Dehancer has not seen this video prior to you guys seeing it, so all the opinions are of my own, and you will hear everything as honest as I always will give to you guys. One of the things I've really loved about filmmaking is just the idea of just going out and just creating content, and I really love about color grading is just the ability to really push and pull and really just create unique looking images. With cameras like the R5, cameras like the C70, the Sony a7S III, the FX3, the FX6, these are all cameras that have very good dynamic range, that have the latitude of film, but for some reason, something always seems a bit off. Whenever you try to give something to give a film look, it always gives that digital look. And there have been other plugins like Film Convert Nitrate, which I do love. I do like it. However, I noticed some limitations on just the film stocks that they have in Film Convert Nitrate, but also just the ability to move things around. I've started realizing there's just certain limits on how I can use Film Convert Nitrate sort of to give that film look, and something always just didn't seem right. Well, here comes along Dehancer, and this the whole point of this plugin is basically to turn any camera, doesn't matter what you have, turn any camera to give it a film look. Now, I have to say, this is probably one of my new favorite plugins, and I have been using it pretty much on every project since I was given this, just because of how good it actually works and how good it is at actually making the film look naturally look on digital cameras. However, it doesn't have its problems. There are some problems that I feel that needs to be addressed. Hopefully, the people at Dehancer can resolve some of these issues. I do have a link to go ahead where you go ahead and purchase Dehancer, and if you use my link, you will get 10% off on your purchase. So let's dive into this. So I gotta say this, when I first got Dehancer, I was unsure how I would feel about it, because when I got it and the default settings it falls into, you go look at it, you're like, oh my gosh, this looks horrible. What did Dehancer do to my image? And and I will say this, Dehancer is kind of like, if you are you're a film student and you're just kind of learning the tricks of filmmaking, or you understand how filmmaking works. This is like getting a red camera or getting an ARRI just like right at the gate thrown at you, and you're kind of have to sort of really learn to put these things together. But once you start mastering it, it is a joy to work with. So I guess the one thing I would say is the stock profile that Dehancer starts you off with is not really the most appealing, but it's still a good one you can use. But it takes some tweaks to the default settings to really see it. The first thing you'll probably notice is the grain. Now, I will say this, for me, I still kind of prefer having a little bit more control over the grain. What I do like about the film grain is the fact that it feels very natural, very organic. However, when you first open it up, it's very aggressive. So I always like to just turn this off from the beginning, and then I start tweaking it and balancing out the look from there. So one of the things you just need to understand is that each one of these plugins, each one of the features sort of allows you to adjust things in order to really have the footage dive in. The first thing you'll notice is the plethora of film stock looks that you have. I mean, compared to my Film Convert Nitrate, this is like a ton. And then once you like, not only do you have a ton of film stock that you can use for your different cameras, you also have so many different variations of how that film stock can work in the plugin that you can have an infinite amount of looks that you could just generate for yourself over and over and over again. One con I will say is you don't do this in 709 unless you are shooting on an ARRI Alexa. Do not try to use one of the camera profiles. It's not really complete. Especially in the case of Canons. Really, the only thing they have on the cameras is the C200 and the M50, which I thought was an interesting choice. So I would say do the conversion from log to Rec 709 on any camera you choose. If you're filming in log, convert it to 709 first, then bring it in to using the Dehancer plugin. And now after that, you're going to get used to a couple things. So one of the things I really like is the black point and the white point, because really this allows you to just really set the points where you want, and then it allows you to open up the image like a whole lot, or compress it a lot. It's so flexible, and the way it just naturally works with the camera settings and how the camera is processing, it's a joy. Some of the features that I really do love about Dehancer is the halation. What I like about it, it already warms up the image, but also you can really tweak how much the halation works. For those of you that may not know, halation is what was those shots in those films where it has like those really very blue, like red blooms or orange blooms, red or orange blooms, like or points. That is sort of the process of whenever you were processing film. So you can emulate it, and the way it emulates halation is done really, really well. I basically use it all the time. Even when I'm not really trying to get a very halation, I'll dial it down just so I can still have it, because it just naturally just warms the image up. Another feature that I really love, I especially love it even more so than the built-in plugin of DaVinci, and that is the vignette. The vignette is so great. It feels like the vignette just sort of neutralizes a lot the potential contrast in the image. So it still has that vignette, but it has a natural, like almost like pull down of highlights, where the highlights in the higher parts of the areas, to where everything feels more put together, kind of like how film works. Now, one of the downside with vignette is like if you are trying to export, like you can generate LUTs. Now, one of the downsides is that with the vignette, it doesn't translate into the LUT. So This is something that you would have to use on the project, but it's definitely worth it. And then you got other things like color heat, film grain. You got bloom effects, which honestly, the bloom effects, I don't really use them a lot. And in regard to the film grain, I use it only if I am delivering the image myself. In terms of LUTs, like the vignettes, it doesn't translate very well if you're trying to export a LUT out of it. So definitely use this only if you're using it to deliver a final look, instead of just trying to export it to create like a basic LUT that you could use over and over again. Now, in regards of the color heat, I would definitely say this is the thing that you just have to learn. This is the one point you have to learn to work. And really, it's just honestly getting your white balance together. And as long as you get that, and the beauty about it is, once you got that white balance fixed with the color heat, and you got like your white points in balance, everything else you do just naturally just flows, no matter what adjustments you make to it. So it is a great feature where it just makes everything naturally, where your whites are whites, and then with a couple other corrections prior to the plugin, your blacks can be black, and it looks fantastic. Overall, this is my new favorite plugin, and I plan to use this on almost any project I can that just fits the look, and I just cannot get enough of it. So again, if this is something that you may be interested in, definitely check it out. In the link below, you can get a 10% off on your purchase of Dehancer. But that's it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know, leave your comments below. Make sure to once again hit that subscribe button, and until next time, take care, everyone.